Step 2. External Drawings. In this step, we will present how easy it is to place drawings from external sources, such as PDF, DXF, DWG, PLT, etc., on the ArchiCAD layout book. We will find out more about ArchiCAD's drawing tool and see how to place linked drawings to the project from internal as well as external sources. ArchiCAD provides a smart connection with external drawings or documents. A hot link is created with the external file, similarly to what we saw earlier when working with hot-linked modules. We will continue the construction documentation of the project and develop a layout sheet describing the elevators of the office building. Close the organizer and issue the Windows Palette's Navigator menu command to display the Navigator palette. Switch to the Layout book in the Navigator. We will create a new subfolder in the Layout book. Right-click the Construction Documentation folder, select Create New Subset from the context menu, then enter specifications for the name in the appearing dialog, and click Create. The new folder is created at the top of the folder list within the Construction Documentation folder. Select this newly created folder and move it to the end of the list of folders within the Construction Documentation folder. Notice the folder number has changed to A5 Specifications. Let's create a new layout for the elevator specifications based on one of the office's standard project master layout sheets. Right-click on the previously created folder and choose New Layout from the context menu. In the Create New Layout dialog, enter Elevator Specification for the name and select the CD Master 05 Master Layout from the Master Layout pop-up list. Then click the Create button. The new layout is created within the Specifications folder and is displayed in the Layout window. Open the Drawing Settings dialog by double-clicking the Drawing tool in the document group of the toolbox. Switch to the Identification panel. Select By Layout for Drawing ID and By View Name Only for Drawing Name. Keep all other settings as is. Now, expand the Title panel and choose Built-in Drawing Title from the list of available title types. And click OK. Hover your cursor at the middle of the 01 cell, and when the cursor changes to a checkmark shape, meaning it's found the middle point, click to start placing the drawing. The Place Drawing dialog appears. You can choose which source type you want to link to the drawing in the Place Drawing dialog. There are three possible options. An external source. With this option, you can select an external file, for example a PDF, DWG, PLT, PSD, PNG, JPG, and so on, or a view in an external ArchiCAD project file. An external teamwork project. With this option, you can join a teamwork project and import its views from its view maps. An internal view. With this option, you can select and import a view defined in the view map of the Navigator. Check the An Internal View radio button. Expand the Collaboration ITG folder, then the Chapter 10 folder within it. Select the 10.2.1 Elevator View preset view and click the Place button. The elevator floor plan detail is placed into the first cell. A title has also been placed below it, showing its number, name, and scale. You can see the details of the title if you zoom in closer on the placed drawing. Please note that if you need to reduce or increase the area that the placed drawing shows, select the drawing and click its perimeter. Use the Offset Edge Pet Palette command to adjust the drawing frames. We will now place drawings which come from various file formats. These do not have specific scales, so we won't need to display the scale factor in the drawing title. Open the Drawing Settings dialog, switch to the Title panel, and uncheck the Show Drawing Scale parameter to set it to off, then click OK to close the dialog. We will now place several drawings in one step. To do this, we will use a different method of placing these drawings. Select the File, External Content, Place External Drawing menu command. Make sure that the All Available Types option is selected in the File Type field of the Place Drawing dialog. Note the variety of file types that can be inserted to the project. Browse to the Chapter 10 folder and select the following 4 files: Elevator Pit Detail DWG, Hoistway Details PLT, Explanation Figure PNG, Elevator Photo JPG. Check the Store Path as Relative to Project checkbox and click Open to proceed. Click the Skip All button in the appearing dialog if ArchiCAD asks for SHX files. The selected files have been perfectly inserted into the cells. Let's now suppose that meanwhile we've received some updated information for the elevator. We will use yet another drawing placement technique. We will not need a title for that drawing, as it will be a page from a PDF file. Open the Drawing Settings dialog again. Switch to the Title panel and select No Title from the drop-down list in the upper left corner of the panel. Finally, click OK. Switch to the Chapter 10 folder on your computer using Windows Explorer on Windows or Finder on Macintosh. Select the Hydraulic Elevators PDF specification book in your file system. Hold down the left mouse button and drag and drop it to the exact middle of cell 06 of the layout. The Place PDF Page dialog appears. This always appears when a PDF file contains more than one page and lets you specify exactly which page of the PDF file you want to place on the layout. Click to select page 3 and click Place to proceed. Now click the center of the newly placed PDF page and choose the drag option from the appearing pet palette. Finally, click the middle of cell 6 to place the drawing in its final position. The PDF page has been placed onto the layout as our last piece of the elevation specification layout sheet. We will now replace an existing picture with an updated one that we just received. Click the Project Chooser button in the upper left corner of the navigator and select the Show Drawing Manager from the context menu. The Drawing Manager palette is displayed. Increase the size of this palette. You may also dock it below the info box. You can see all internal and external drawings of the entire project. Here you can easily manage your linked and embedded drawings. Click the Layout column header so columns are sorted by that column's values. Scroll down the list of drawings until you see drawing names in bold. Drawing names displayed in bold type means that those drawings are placed on the currently visible layout. Select the Explanation Figure PNG from the list and click the Chain button in the upper left corner of the palette to relink this drawing and read the image from a new source file. This brings up the Link To dialog.